Hey. I am Fizz Ed Music, and this right here is Urban Politics. Let's get right into it like a car in drive. Urban Politics bites. A little something for you to bite off right now. Let's talk about Columbus City Council approves $4 million to fill child care positions. The money is coming from the American Rescue Plan funds. According to Action for Children, they were saying more than a third of child care providers do not have enough teachers. And that is a shame to hear. I heard that a lot of places, a lot of people can't go back to work because they can't get child care because a lot of child care providers do not have workers. Don't have anybody to watch the kids. Ain't got nobody to watch the kids. Moms can't go back to work. Ergo, we're missing half of our workforce that has to stay at home, a good 50-some% of it, because they cannot find child care. That's travesty. That's a bad thing. But that's going on. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that $4 million is going towards that's another good thing that the Democrats are doing for you. Another good thing that the Biden administration has brought to you. Something that's obviously needed, right? Here's another thing. The Justice Department provides $139 million to hire more than 1,000 police officers. The money comes from the Department of Justice's Community-Oriented Policing Services, or COPS office, and it will go to a total of 1,066 new hires. The Department of Justice said that it's to help reduce crime and help support community-oriented policing programs. So that sounds like great stuff. I'm glad to hear that the federal government is getting in the act and providing for some of that stuff. Because police have problems right now. What problems do they have? Vaccine mandates has been a problem for police. Why? Because they've wanted to have vaccine mandates in a whole lot of police outfits all around the country. Why? Police deal directly with the community, so they like all of them to be vaccinated. A lot of them, some of them are anti-maskers, some of them are anti-vaxxers, some of them are guys who probably have just never gotten a vaccine and just are not interested in getting one. So some of them have actually been quitting their jobs instead of getting them. So that's a problem, for police, because if people are quitting their jobs because they don't want to get vaccinated, then we ain't got cops to do any policing. So there's that. Calls to defund the police. Hey, even on this show, I've talked about how we don't need to defund the police, but we definitely do need to take some of that funding and send it to different avenues. I'd like to see some of this a remarkable funding that some of these police outfit gets. I'm talking about in the millions. We can take some of that money and put it into prevention stuff. You know what I'm saying? Youth at risk prevention, youth on the street prevention, homeless youth, homeless LGBTQ community. The list goes on and on and on. All types of things that we can be doing with that money instead of giving all of it to the police. So I don't say defund the police, but I say let's talk about this funding. Okay, let's reroute some of this funding, right? And then there's been protests and kind of a national reckoning over the role of the police department. I think a lot of police officers themselves have been kind of looking at themselves and rethinking their role in the community, and are we here doing the best job that we can do? Like I said, there's been a lot of rethinking of that role. Karis one, would he say officer, overseer, officer, overseer. So there it is, how the police kind of were birthed from the slave overseer. So things like this we have to examine, we have to talk about, but as we do that, kind of makes it hard on the police. So they just got $139 million to deal with some of these things going on with them. Once again, coming from the Biden administration. So you know what I'm saying? That is some good stuff right there. They need to run around and tell people about these things. But I'm going to talk about messaging in some other episodes. See you around like a donut.